Today, while walking through this area, I heard the faint cries of a kitten. The cries were soft, but they echoed clearly in the quiet afternoon. I decided to follow the sound, feeling anxious about what might be happening. Suddenly, I discovered the sound was coming from an old broken pot. In fact, I had seen them earlier, but since I didn't have a carrier with me, I had to go home to get one. I temporarily used the broken pot to keep them from running away. This area was so quiet, not a soul in sight. It seemed abandoned, with no signs of life around. No other animals nearby either. I figured they must have been abandoned by someone. The kittens had made this broken pot their shelter, but it looked like a tiny trash heap. They were so weak and hungry. Their eyes sparkled, but were filled with sadness as they looked at me. One of them, the largest kitten, seemed very alert. It stared at me, almost as if it was trying to protect its siblings. It was clearly the bravest one, always standing guard when someone approached. I tried to get closer and reach out to touch it, but it quickly reacted and attacked me. Thankfully, they were still small kittens. Their attack didn't hurt, but I couldn't let my guard down. Their caution showed that they had been through tough times. I knew I'd need a lot of patience to gain their trust. I took out the food I had prepared, but even the delicious food didn't seem to change the attitude of the biggest kitten. I didn't give up. After several tries, the biggest kitten finally showed signs of softening. I smiled gently. At last, I was able to touch it and softly stroke its silky fur. This made me feel so happy. I knew I had made the first step toward becoming friends with them. I gently placed each kitten into the carrier to take them to a safer place, somewhere much cooler and cleaner than here. Their current shelter was filthy and smelled terrible. I brought them to a cooler place under the shade of tall trees. The sunlight filtered gently through the leaves. I spent some time checking each kitten more thoroughly. I decided to clean them up a bit before bringing them home. They were quite dirty, and the smell was not pleasant, but I would take care of them. They needed to be cared for. Then, I gave them some packaged food that I had prepared earlier. They ate so much, so quickly. They must have been starving for a long time, poor things. Watching the biggest kitten refuse the food made me admire its resilience even more. Even though it was hungry, it refused to give in easily to a stranger. I think the kitten might be sick, or there could be a health issue that we haven't discovered yet. The kitten walks very shakily, and its legs are weak. We need to take it to the vet before the condition worsens. The top priority right now is to get this kitten a health check. Overall, the kitten doesn't have any serious issues. Everything seems fine so far, but we need to examine it more closely. Everything seemed normal until the vet checked its eyes. The kitten has eye inflammation and the eyes are swollen. This might be the main reason why it's been lethargic and has lost its appetite. The vet prescribed antibiotics and vitamins to help the kitten recover quickly. We also need to add more nutrition for the kitten. The other two kittens were also given a general health check. These kittens seem much more energetic and healthy. The vet said there's nothing to worry about with their health. All of them are healthy, just very hungry. We've added more food and nutrition for them. After the checkup, we'll head home together. The first thing to do when we get home is to bathe the kittens. I'm worried they're still young and could easily get sick. So I'm only using a warm, damp cloth to gently clean each kitten. The kittens were very cautious and a bit scared. But once bathed, they cooperated very well. Each one stood still as I carefully cleaned them. Even though they looked very dirty, since they're still young, they can't be bathed for too long, as it could affect their health. After bathing, we can't let them get cold. Perhaps it's better to clean them a little each each day. The kittens behaved well and didn't resist. Not one kitten resisted as I cleaned each one thoroughly. After the bath, I carefully dried each kitten with a towel. I tried to do it quickly so they wouldn't get cold. After bathing and drying, I noticed the kittens started shivering from the cold. So I quickly placed them in a warm bed and fed them to keep them strong. The kittens are now safe and healthy, but our journey is far from over to ensure their best health. With love and proper care, the kittens will gradually recover and have a better life. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment to give us more motivation to share about the journey of rescuing and caring for these adorable kittens. Thank you for joining us.